Tip number 48, follow a paleo diet. This actually leads on quite nicely from giving up the seed oils to giving up the gluten to now following a paleo diet. And what is it? It's a diet based on prehistoric man. It's often called the Stone Age diet or the caveman diet or the hunter-gatherer diet, whatever way you call it. This diet is great if you need to start doing elimination program. You've already cut out gluten, hopefully by now, but this one will take you one step further. The paleo diet cuts out grains, so oat, barley, wheat. You're going to cut out dairy, you're going to cut out refined sugars and processed foods, salt and potatoes. It is believed that all these foods are inflammatory and they weren't eaten in the paleo diet. By cutting out all these foods, you are eliminating a lot of inflammatory foods and you're going to give your gut health a break. But the big question then is, what do I eat if you're following this diet? Seriously, is someone hoovering or something out there? So what do you eat on a paleo diet? You are going to eat fruit and veg. Fresh fruit and veg, preferably in season, and more veg than fruit. And you're also going to eat a lot of lean meats and a lot of grass-fed meat. You want grass-fed meat, animals that are allowed to roam, they're not fed processed feeds, and they're not kept in stressful conditions. The other thing you're going to eat is fish, oily fish like salmon, mackerel, tuna, and wild caught if you can get it. Now wild caught is going to cost more, as is grass-fed, but you will get much better nutrients from eating grass-fed and wild caught, or grass-fed animals, wild caught fish. So you eat less, but you get better nutrients from the proteins that you are eating. You're also going to eat healthy oils like olive oil and walnut oil and all these kind of things. Like coconut oil is quite good as well. And although I said dairy free, I do believe on a paleo diet you can also use butter for cooking with. Quite simply, you're going to eliminate all the junk and you're going to be following a whole food, plant-based diet. You do eat proteins, you do eat animal meats, you're not vegetarian, you're not vegan or anything like that, but you're just eating less, because you know what it's like. You used to go out, I used to go out and eat like the biggest steak you can get on your plate. It's not about eating lots of food, it's about eating better quality. So it's also not about eating less, it's eat better, not less, never be hungry. And this diet is great. The other thing about a paleo diet is they tend to eat nose to tail. A lot of people will buy a whole cow if they've got room for it and freeze it, and then they will cook the whole animal and eat all of it. That includes the offal, the organ meat, and all sorts, because you're going to get lots and lots of nutrients from eating the organ meats. Now there's some things I'm never going to eat. It's never going to be liver and onion or kidney or anything like that. But I will eat liver pate, so that is an option if you're like me and you don't really like eating organ meats. The other thing as well is using the bones and all the other bits that you're not going to eat to make bone broths. And they are really good for healing your gut health, but I'm going to talk about them later on. It is a great diet. Like I said, it might not be for everybody, but you take the best bits from all the advice we've given you and you go with it. But I like the paleo diet, and usually if I'm trying to find a recipe for cakes or cookies or anything that I want to cook for the kids, I will search for a paleo recipe because they have the best clean ingredients. So yeah, there you go. Tip number 48. Waffle mode!